There's been a lot of talk around blockchain, around cryptocurrencies as a whole. Where are we exactly? It's been a roller coaster couple of years. So where do you feel the area is now?
Well, there's a couple things about where we are right now. I think people made a mistake of thinking of cryptocurrencies as an asset class. You know, it was like my gold, my silver. These are rivalrous technologies. They're different technologies that are vying to be the various infrastructure financial rails everywhere. A lot of promises have been made about banks and governments and enterprises using blockchains to solve real problems. It turns out that there is that need, but the current set of technology in Bitcoin and Ethereum wasn't really ready for that. And so one of the things we're really focused on is developing that kind of technology so folks like the World Bank and Sumitomo Corporation, the IFC, and others can actually do real business in, for example, the voluntary carbon markets.
In terms of the future, there have been some that say it's over. Where do you see it?
I think we're looking at the dot-com crash. You know, everyone looked at the dot-com crash and said the internet is over, but this little company called Amazon, another one called Google, and another one called Facebook emerged from that. And I think that's where we are. I think it's going to be faster than what happened then. You know, the internet has accelerated everything. But fundamentally, this is going to be a shakeout because a lot of these technologies weren't much better than the status quo. And we've seen that like Ethereum hasn't gotten adoption from enterprises and banks. So that has to happen, and we think those seeds have been sown, and you're going to start seeing those leaders shake out.
Do we need to see more regulation in terms of this as a whole?
So a lot of projects in the crypto space decided to try to take a shortcut and avoid securities laws. We didn't, because we thought that the actual regulatory environment wasn't so bad actually. And we felt like to build the kinds of infrastructure that major corporations and banks can trust, you had to go that route. Now, there are certainly in the US some very technical edge cases that are interesting, and there's some bills that go in the right direction with that. But in the main, there was no reason why a crypto project couldn't remain legal in the United States, and we chose that path. Certainly a harder path. You know, certainly much easier if you can sell coins through retail and have immediate liquidity and all these things, but that was kind of the point of the old Securities Acts in the United States, was to stop that happening in the 20s and 30s.
Tell me about the appetite for crypto generally, and in terms of the China market.
So it turns out that for us, we're actually relatively well known in China. The largest single country for our farmers, these are our validators, is in China. So, you know, there's a real forward-looking view of cryptocurrencies and tokenization in Southeast Asia and Asia, and you know, we don't see that slowing down. We just see it being more and more mainstream as, again, more well-known organizations embrace blockchains to solve business problems.